Welcome to another meeting of TV Holics Anonymous. Welcome to another meeting of TV Holics Anonymous. My name is Ruru and I am a TV Holic.
My name is Mimi, I'm a TV Holic. Can't get my words out.
This is part 2, and we're just going to continue episode 5 of Singles Inferno season 5.
So we're at the beach. Like I was saying, it looks quite cold, but then they're all having fun and playing games. And then the announcer goes, bloop! We will now begin our one-on-one dates. So there's a one-on-one dates. And basically there's new game changers that arrive. And everyone's got, goosebumps, and everyone's excited because there's some girl that appears on the cliff, on the left side cliff. A girl stands in the distance, and then there's a guy that comes on the other side. So the first person that's asked the announcer says, Sung-hun, please get ready for your date with Ha-eun. And they're like, Ha-eun, who's that? And that's when she walks over.
And Seung-il just sprung up from behind.
Yeah. Everyone's looking at her, and
fresh meat.
Yeah, he says straight away, Seung-il, that, I noticed she had a good figure, because I can't see her face, she's in the distance.
Yeah, and if Min-ji had heard that, she would have punched him in the face.
Yeah, and everyone says, oh, I got the chills, which I feel like that's like, oh my god, I've got like, something happened, something
like
exciting.
Electricity like running through me right now. I'm excited.
Min-ji was basically saying like, I don't mind about the new girl as long as she doesn't flirt with Seung-il. So again, she's just marking her territory. Yeah, saying that out loud in front of everyone.
Contest, isn't there? Everyone's pissing on top of each other to like,
Min-ji's not afraid of a pissing contest.
Yeah, she's not. I would be friends with
really
Min-ji.
Weird.
I'd be besties with her if I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Mina-sue is really weird because she asks Jae-jin for his hat because she says, I want to cover my expression. Another game, another Mina-ism of her like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah. Like, I just don't understand.
Like, she does come across as very insecure.
Yeah.
That's why she does all these things to cover up the insecurities. Like, she's constantly covering her tracks and like doing things. And I mean, why would you say, can I borrow your hat to cover my expression?
Yeah, that was really weird to me.
Yeah. So Mina-sue is asked to go on a date. So Sung-hun's asked to go on his first date with the new girl, Ha-eun. And then Mina-sue, get ready to go on your date with Go-eun. Go-eun. Yeah, Go-eun. And he walks over. They're like, what? There's a guy as well? And he walks over from the other side of the beach. And then we get an intro of who this guy is. So here's little, they have the little, their little blurb.
Their
little interview, pre-interview, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. A bit about him. And basically he just comes off as really
confessional.
Not confessional. It's the interview like this. Yeah, interview. So basically I don't know what you think, how he came across, but in this interview, pre-interview, he came across as really cocky. Like, he came across as like really up himself, and he was saying things like, I never make a move on a girl, like she always approaches me.
Yeah, I'm so hot, I'm so great. I think it's because of the fact that he's an actor.
Maybe, yeah. He probably can get girls like that, like actors can. They just walk into a room and they're like, ah!
Yeah. It's gross to me.
So he said that his
It's gross to me, that kind of character.
It's also gross to me the people that are flocking themselves at these types of people. But anyway, he says his unique qualities, because everyone wants to know the unique qualities. I'm going to start doing this about myself. My unique qualities. He says it's his physique and his sexiness and his composure.
You mean his charms? They like to say charms. My charms.
No, but he said unique qualities in this moment.
What did he say? His sexiness and his what?
Physique, his sexiness, and his composure. Which I feel like his composure broke down quite quickly soon after. But anyway,
I think his best quality is his. I thought he had a really good jawline. Yeah, I thought that was his side profile made him look really hot when he came in with this jaw, but then the front folk is not matching that as much. But also, I feel like
he's got a mixture of a Jin-young depth.
Yeah, he looks a
Yeah,
bit like
yeah, yeah,
Jin-young
yeah.
Dex.
Yes.
And then that's why Dex was like, oh, he's good looking. Dex was like, because
Why?
he saw
Because he's
himself.
relating it to
He saw
himself.
himself. Yeah,
It's
he
like
saw
looking in a
himself in the mirror.
mirror.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. He saw himself and he thought it was like,
No,
oh,
I
it's
don't
me,
think
it's me.
that.
Also, he's like really like pale, and you know how he said that his body is like he that's one of his like best features. I don't think his body is one of his best features. When he takes his shirt off, when they showed him with his shirt off, yeah,
I can't
it looks weird. You know when they
remember.
showed him like working out in the gym or something, it just looks weird.
Maybe.
Is
I can't remember that. I never picked up on it.
I'm not body
So
shaming. I'm just saying it looks a bit strange. That's all.
yeah. So he said that he's happy to steal a girl if necessary, but they all say that, these game changers, obviously. Um, so I think it's Da-hee, one of the host girls, said that he looked really calm and composed in his pre-interview. But the thing is, everyone looks like that in their pre-interview, so we'll see what happens when he gets into Inferno. People do
Yeah,
like start cracking. But she references Jin-young,
Jin-young.
the other host that was on the program before, that he is someone who actually remained calm and composed throughout. Like he didn't really fluctuate very much in
Yeah. That's why he got
Inferno.
on the show as a host, because he was like he had a real solid personality, like as in it was confident the whole time, and like he didn't break
Yeah.
character. I
No,
think, and
yeah,
that's what drew a lot of people to him. Like I was like entranced by his like behavior on the show as well. I was like, oh
yeah,
my god, like he's got a lot of confidence, a lot of like this, something about him kind of person. You know what I mean? When you
yeah, yeah,
meet a
yeah.
person that's got like
But it's so
that
weird,
much
like
like
because
aura.
yeah, but it's so weird because his character on the program was like really elusive and like really, I don't know, it was a certain kind of way, but
But you have to be a certain kind of way when you're on.
as a host, he seems like really fun and like
Yeah, and also he's like more like softer on as a
that's the
host.
thing. It's interested. That's why I think these things are really. It's really interesting. That's why these programs sometimes don't work because, especially in 9 days, because he's a different person. You can just tell that he's different with his friends. That he is in a
But aren't
relationship
we
and his
all
love
like
interest.
we're different at work as
No,
we have a
but
different
that's what I mean.
persona at work.
I like
We
to
have a
see
different persona
people.
with our
I like to see
with
people how
children
they
and things like
are
that.
in all groups. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how you are with me is one thing, but I want to see how you are with like your friends, how you are,
Yeah.
like how
So
you chat, how
I
you are with
personally like,
your family, how you talk to your parent. Like, it's
yeah,
interesting.
I personally
I like
like
to do
I like Jin-young's personality when he's in groups, like when he's like when he was on the show, and I like his personality when he's on or as a host as well. I think his
yes,
character's pretty rounded, and it's like it's a nice like to date someone like him. It would be really nice because it's a solid person. I feel like
yeah,
character, and also to be friends with someone like that or have that person in your life in some capacity, like it's a solid character of a
it's solid.
person.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Someone stable. You need
I'd like
stable
that. Yeah.
people.
Yeah, very nice. And you can tell he's a nice person as well by like the way he's reacting to all these things and everything. Like, yeah, he's got a good head on
So,
his shoulders.
yeah. So Ha-eun, who's the new girl, she
Yeah.
talks about in her pre-interview that her favorite feature is her rabbit-like eyes, and
She has really beautiful eyes.
and she describes herself as a multivitamin. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that was
she's
a
a
bit
bit of
odd.
everything, and she's like, and she's gonna get you, you know, like maybe she's an Energizer Bunny. I don't know, like the rabbit
Yeah.
theory. Okay, so the first, so Mina, they all get to go on dates with these new people, but it was just that the first people that had to go were Mina-sue and Hung-sun. What am I
Um,
saying?
Mina-sue and the new guy,
No, what is the name of
Subin's
the
girl,
American guy? Why have I all of a sudden like
the
lost his
American
name?
guy. Sung-hun.
Sung-hun, yeah, Sung-hun. So they're the first people to go, and Mina-sue and I-geon stay. I don't know if you remember it much, but what did you think? She was just
I
basically
keep
showing
wanting to.
off again.
Yeah. And she was
She was
trying to
like, "You
get
like
him
my hat?"
to be into.
and saying things like that.
Yeah, and I'm cute, aren't I?
Yeah, she was like,
Like
the
and
first
things
thing
like
she
that.
said, "My hat is really pretty, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's pretty." She asked his type and said basically this becomes a talking point because she asked, "What's your type?" And he says,
But
"I like
she wanted
refined."
it. Wait, she wanted him to say that it's not as pretty as you. That your hat's
Yeah,
not as
she's
pretty as you.
obviously
Yours
fishing
looks
for
good. Yeah.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so
She's always
she
on a
always wants to
fishing
make a
expedition.
splash. She always with the new person, she always wants to make or someone that she wants them to be interested in her. She always tries
She
to
wants
make a
everyone
splash,
to be
like
interested in her.
say something a bit shocking
Edgy,
to
yeah,
get
edgy.
shocked by edgy. Yeah, exactly. So he she asks his type and he says, "I like girls that are refined and demure."
I keep wanting to call him Igor.
Okay, he's probably the Korean version of Eagle.
I love his posture as well. It's really, he has such good posture. Like it's very like he's like very like upright and proper. My posture's not so great, so I think that's why I noticed.
I felt like he was a bit stiff with the way he was turning.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
still, it's like great posture. Like you'll never get backache or anything like that with that kind of posture. It's great.
Okay, well that's not what I'm looking for in a man. Like, oh, you're never gonna get backache. That's so sexy. Oh my god! Even when you're 17, you're not gonna be complaining.
I thought it was like,
backache.
oh wow, look at that posture. I was attracted to the posture. I just thought, wow, I would like.
You see,
oh,
you
I'm like a man with like.
and I was like, the man's stiff. That's what I was thinking. It's so weird, isn't it?
Attracted to the posture.
So basically, he says he likes refined and demure girls, but this is interesting. He was like, but the people he's dated tend to be the opposite.
Yeah.
He says, I'm definitely. So, is that a little like call to the fact that he doesn't pick the girls, they pick him? He keeps saying.
No,
so
no.
I never approach the girls, so the girls that approach him are not refined and demure, but he ends up being with them.
No. I think it's because he wants to like he wants to portray a certain image of himself and stuff like that, and he wants to like that's what he wants for himself. He wants to be like refined and demure, and so he thinks that he needs a woman that's refined and demure. But he's more like the other type. And that's why he's attracted to the other type. But he's trying to go away from his type kind of thing as well.
Okay, maybe
you know, like
so
people that want like go out with bad boys all the time, and then they're like, oh, I need to go out with a good guy, but they're not really attracted to the good guy kind of thing. It's like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So then she says, oh well, if that's the case, like I'm definitely not demure. And he was like, okay, so what are you? And she was like, I think of myself as like cute and laid back. I don't know. I don't think you're laid back. Missy, you're not laid back.
A chaos demon, and you'll see that in the next episode. She's a chaos demon. Okay, I'm telling you.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
I feel like that's something from a chaos demon.
You're gonna be going.
Something from like Charmed or something like that. Chaos demon. I just like, she's a chaos demon. Okay.
Chaos demon or a chaos witch, like in The Witcher. Okay, so
chaos demon.
So he then basically goes on and says like, okay, so what makes you cute? And she was like, well, I think the fact that I have a personality that's in contrast to my looks. Like I look cute, but I'm like trying to keep herself, make herself feel curious again. And then this
I think she was
really
pissed at the end of the conversation.
This was really weird. He was like, he was like, I really want to smile with what you're saying, but like the sun is stopping me from smiling. It was just weird.
Oh yeah.
Like these people sometimes say things that should be in your head, like inner thoughts.
I know, but I think that because there's a lot of like anxiety. They're on camera for the first time, like they're going to be on a worldwide television show, and they're anxious about meeting these people, and they're like trying to find a love connection. There's a lot going on in their heads, like and like you're going to be on TV and stuff, and you like as in everything, like and then your family and friends are going to see this, and other people are going to see this, and like everything is like rolling around their head, and that sometimes it's just like verbal diarrhea that comes out. Like they don't think.
Yeah,
I think.
So, did you think
watching this a lot, like all the seasons? So that's my thought, because people are like, like you just like kind of freak out sometimes.
Yeah. So, did you think from this whole conversation, did you think he was interested in her?
No, not at all.
Okay. I thought he was a little bit. I thought he was curious, because like they're always like, I'm curious, and that's what piques people's interest. So I thought maybe he would be.
No, I think he was just getting his footing, and she was the first one, and you never remember the first person that you talk to if there's like a long list of people that you're going through. So I think she was like fall to the wayside.
Yeah. So Sung-hun and Ha-eun, this was the first time as he was coming over to Ha-eun, the new girl, the host mentioned the tank top tan.
Okay, wait. This whole situation, was she the only one that just went in her swimwear to go see him? I think everyone else put a bit more clothes on, because it's a conservative country. I think everyone else
maybe, but then they all had time. Like they knew that was happening, so they probably went and changed. Like she had to go straight away, because even Sung-hun went in his swimwear, and I can't remember what the other guys went in their swimwear, to be fair as well. So yeah, he comes over, and the hosts were like, "Ooh, what's going on with his tan? Like his tank top tan? Like I wish I noticed straight away. Like that happened day one.
He put a top on.
That guy got burnt."
Yeah, but it looked so terrible. Like he should have just put a top on. Like think about it. Like he was just like, oh, she's gonna see my six pack. I
Maybe I
need him to
think
see my six pack.
he probably thinks it's like hot because she doesn't say it straight away as well. And so the girl noticed it straight away as well. And then they talk about how he was like, yeah, make sure it's really hot here. Make sure you wear suntan lotion. Like, better to be safe than sorry. Make
Yeah,
sure you
that's why
put sunscreen on.
he was feeling insecure about his weird tan, so that's why he just said that. But that's why he should have covered it up, and then he could have had a normal conversation.
So
Dummy, dummy.
he
Oh yeah, but
asked
you
if she
forgot to
speaks.
say at the beach. He was like at the beach. He was like, "Oh, has anyone? Have you got a mirror? Have you got a mirror?" Like he's
Oh,
before.
yeah. He did that. Have you got a mirror? He basically asked her if she speaks English. She said no, but she does find it cool that he does speak English. So,
I thought
um,
he says that because he wants to get points straight away. Like he wants to be like different and her to remember him and like, oh, maybe
yeah,
she's
he
good
says I
try
can
and like
teach
hot
you
because
and
I'm
stuff.
English.
Yeah,
I'm
and he
not
says, "Oh, I
English.
can
I've got
teach you,
like
later."
I know how to speak English. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, "I can teach you," and stuff, and yeah. So, but they did have like some sort of vibe. Like, I think he's quite easy to talk to in general.
Yeah, I think he's nice.
But I think he gets friend zoned a lot. But I did think
Yeah,
they had a good conversation. I did think that she was interested in the fact that he spoke English and stuff.
yeah.
So then it's Ye-jin and I-geon.
Igor.
Igor. He said, basically they have a bit of a chat, and he said that he told her that he's quite nervous, so can you give me some help and advice? And he was like, he called her Sunbae. Do you know what that is?
No.
So I found out it means senior, like you're my senior, like in a workplace maybe, like a work colleague, you're my senior. So
Oh,
you're my
okay.
senior in Singles Inferno in this season because you've already been here. So
Oh,
can you give me
oh,
some
okay, okay.
advice? So like, can
Yeah,
you give me some advice, Sunbae? So in my mind, I wrote no chemistry for this. I
yeah.
didn't see it
Yeah, but
because,
I don't think he has chemistry with her, but I think he just wants to pick her because, like I said, that
well,
he
we're
wants
gonna
to be
find
that
out
kind of
later
person,
what he
right?
thinks.
And then
Yeah,
he's like he's it's just a reflection of himself. Like he thinks he's that kind of person, so he needs to be with that kind of person.
yeah.
Because then, yeah,
So, Joo-young and I-geon have some kind of banter, and then talking about because she's cute, and he was like, "You're quite cute,"
he said that you look
and
very
then
young.
asking her like, "What kind of girls do you like?" and all that kind of stuff. So the conversations become a little bit smaller, like thereafter. Like we don't really
Yeah,
see much of
and
what
he's
they
like, I
have
think
to
you look
say.
very young. Basically, he
Yeah.
said.
I-geon and Go-eun, they talk a little bit about how so by the time Go-eun goes to him, she's like, "Oh my god, you must be tired. You've been sat here the whole time talking to the girls." And he was like, "Yeah, well, I guess I'm getting a bit of a core workout." So they did start to have some good banter straight
Yeah, because he's
away.
holding
They got
himself
into
up.
it.
He's holding himself up in a good
Yeah,
posture position the whole time.
yeah. He tells her. He doesn't tell her that he likes demure and quiet and what was it, refined kind of
And
girls. He tells
yeah,
her that he likes pretty girls, and she says she likes manly but warm kind of guys, which is in her mind. I think she thinks that's what Hyun-woo is at the time.
yeah, but Sunbin, what's his name? Not
Subin.
Sunbin. Subin is not manly. He's an optician.
Sungmin. You
Oh,
mean
Sungmin, that's
Sungmin?
it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Sungmin. Sungmin's not manly. He's an optician,
But that's why she's off him. I'm telling you, she's totally off him.
and he's got Mickey Mouse
You
face.
still
In
think
my mind, he's got Mickey Mouse face.
you
He looks
still
like Mickey
think
Mouse.
she's interested in him. That ship has sailed.
Okay,
He's on the Billy No Mates pile.
I don't know. I don't know.
um, yeah. So they talk about that, and then he asks her, "Is my face really red? Because I'm worried that I'm coming across as shy in front of her." And he basically says, like, this is where he shows first signs that he wants to come across as the cool guy, and he doesn't want to show any kind of
Oh
weakness
yeah,
or
yeah.
any kind of. He always wants to come across as I've. He says he's got a bit of an ego, basically, and
Yeah, but this is the way I could tell that he was into her because he was like acting all weird and like goofy.
yeah,
Like he didn't know what to do with himself. Like that's what you do when you're like into someone and you're like
yeah.
you're like freaking out.
And then it turns out that they actually know each other through like a mutual friend or mutual acquaintance. So that
Yeah,
was
they both knew that. Like when they were walking up to each other, they both knew
yeah.
it, and then it took a
And then
while
they
to come
talked a
out
bit,
with
and
it.
then it came
Yeah,
out, later. Because you know, in these programs, you don't know if you should like.
say it or not, or you look stupid because they might not be like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. Like even in
Um.
general life, like you might not want to say it because you might look stupid because that person might not know that you already know them and things like that, and you'll look
Yes.
like a stalker.
Yeah. So Subin and Ha-eun are chatting, the new girl, and she tells him that she likes guys that are quite proactive. So like they take the initiative in the relationship and that are funny. And she's like quite obsessed with like this funny guy. One of the guys must have said said that there was a funny guy in our group, like the jokey guy, you know, the
Yeah,
jokester
she
guy in
likes the
our
clown.
group.
She likes the class
And
clown, basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
um,
that's her type. That's her. That's
and
her
he
kink.
was like, yeah, there is a funny guy here. And Subin says, yeah, I call him the funny man. I don't know if this translates well, like in English, because it
Yeah,
just sounds
I think
weird.
they, and then I think they mean the comedian, like the class clown kind of thing.
Yeah. So she starts questioning. The next scene becomes like her questioning all the guys, like, who's the funny man? Who's the funny man? She wants to find out who this guy is. And it turns out, and Hyun-jae um, says that, oh, Hyun-jae says, oh, I'm quite funny. He thinks himself as quite funny, but no.
Oh, well,
The
he's
host
not.
shut, we
Yeah, the
shut
host
that
are like,
down, and the host shut that down straight away, like, no, that's not you. So then Jae-jin
But I
comes
feel sad.
over.
Maybe he is, but because there's so much else going on, they focus on all the other characters, and they
Yes.
haven't focused on him, so he hasn't had any airtime at all, basically.
Yeah.
That's sad
Well, the
for
people
him.
that don't have the airtime from a romantic sense, they should give them something to work with. Like, show us this funny side, show us like that side, like give us something with him.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jae-jin is the last guy, and he comes over, and they have his usual classical music or whatever they put over his like when he's walking. You know, he does his
Oh
hands
yeah.
behind his back
Yeah.
walking. There's
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
weird music track that they
Old
put
man
behind.
walk. This is old man walk. That is
Yes.
what old people do. Put their hands behind their back and walk. Okay.
So he's like laid back and he's like coming over, like taking a sweet time, and she starts laughing straight away. So she in her mind she's like, that's the funny guy.
Because he doesn't even walk in a straight line. It's always diagonal a bit, and then diagonal a bit the other way, and then diagonal a bit, and it's like
Yeah.
he's like zigzagging towards people.
She said that she likes someone kind of fun and someone that has the same kind of sense of humor as her.
Yeah.
And he says straight away, surprisingly, that well, if you want someone fun, you're looking at him, referencing himself.
Yeah.
Please, Jae-jin, don't. I'm like rooting for Joo-young and Jae-jin.
Okay.
And like this is my first sign that I hate it when someone that I think is like decent is gonna be the guy that they like let me down. Don't let me down, Jae-jin. But
Isn't
he
that
does
most
also
men in
admit
these dating shows? Or most men in
that
general?
huh?
Isn't that most men on these dating
Yeah.
shows and most men in general?
Yeah. So there's someone he does admit that there is someone because she asked, "Is there someone you like here?" And he was like, "There is someone that I think is a good fit for me here." So he does say he didn't like mask it in a weird kind of way. But she said that in her confessional after her date with Jae-jin that she does find him mesmerizing. And it's always the same case with anyone that speaks to, I mean, apart from Ye-jin in the beginning, I do think he does have that going for him, that he can draw anyone in because of
Yeah,
his
his
natural
friend.
personality. So I
He's
thought
not
that
like
was
the
a
norm.
definite. I definitely thought she was going to pick him.
Yeah, he's
So
not the norm
that's
to
what,
everyone's drawn to him.
yeah. So that's what we move into next. They've both of the new guy and the new girl had all their individual dates. So now they do a paradise couple, paradise matching. So the two new cast members, the two new singles, get to pick someone to go to paradise with. So the girls and the boys are back in their rooms, their individual lodgings. And my prediction at this point, so who was your prediction for I-geon before we know? Do you remember? Do you
I
remember?
thought he'd pick Go-eun. I thought he'd pick Go-eun. And I thought that he probably would pick, like, maybe he might pick Minji, but we didn't see him interact with Minji at all. So then I thought
Ah,
that can't be her because they didn't show them together,
yeah.
him talking to her. And then I thought he wouldn't pick Joo-young because he said that you're pretty young. and you look very young. And so that's like he's like dismissing her. And then I thought that not Mina-sue, but you know, people could like it could just be out of the blue Mina-sue because she just gets like all the attention all the time. And then I just thought, yeah, I thought it was gonna be the refined and demure girl. I thought definitely because that's what he wanted.
Okay. So you were bang on kind of like Go-eun and the
Yeah,
refined girl.
yeah, but then I thought it
I
could
was
be
completely
Mina-sue.
off. I
I thought it could
predicted
be.
Joo-young and Mina-sue.
Oh, Joo-young and Mina-sue. But
Mm.
didn't you think that he was dismissing Joo-young because he said that
I
you're
don't
very young?
remember that comment about the age.
I clocked that straight away and I was like, oh yeah, he's like, oh, you're too young for me.
So they're all in the girls are in their lodgings and they're waiting to find out who they're both going to pick the new people. And Mina-sue basically says that when I spoke to him to I-geon, he told me that he likes refined and demure girls. And then they kind of went around and did like a rating of who's the most refined and demure in the room. And Mina-sue and Minji both agree at the same time, like that's definitely not us. Like we are not
Yeah,
refined
but
and
I hate the
demure.
fact that Minji keeps thinking that she's just like Mina-sue, but she's nothing like
Yeah,
Mina-sue. Minji's so much better than Mina-sue, and
yeah,
she's like putting herself down basically by saying that she's like Mina-sue, and I don't like
yeah,
that. Minji, she's making
yes.
Minji like she's dulling down Minji's character. She's making Minji like be small. Like I can't explain it. She's making
I don't know. I think in these later episodes, I think the guys will be more open to. They probably do say things to the girls about their feelings about the other girls. Like I'm sure Seung-il will tell, and Subin will say if they're close enough to Minji, like she's just not like I'm sure it will come out. I'm sure she'll have some sort of feeling. But I think in general, they are not refined and demure though, both of them.
yeah. But I don't
Um,
feel like she's making Minji's got a really strong personality, but I think she's like dulling down Minji's personality and making Minji feel very small about herself. Like as
no,
in okay.
no, I don't. Ye-jin, they basically say that Ye-jin is as closest to his ideal type. Um, and then it's really
They pick the
weird
right
because
one.
did you notice Mina-sue the whole time when they were waiting to hear?
Yeah, yeah, that was quite
She was like praying. She was like, "Oh,
yeah,
please,
that
please." Like it was
yeah,
weird.
because she's desperate. She wants him as well. She wants everyone. She
So
wants like she's
behavior.
so jealous and she's rolling her eyes like when other people get picked and things like that and she's rolling her eyes when like a guy that she's into all of them like says something nice about another girl like she gets
And
so
no,
jealous.
but then so she's praying this whole time or doing something, muttering under her breath, like, "Oh, please, please, please." So that gives you the impression she wants to be picked.
Yeah.
Anyway, when Go-eun gets picked, did you see her mouth dropped open, like open wide? Mina-sue's. She was like that's not the
Oh
way to
yeah, yeah,
react.
yeah, yeah. She's
You
such a
are really not a girl's
oh, she's
girl. You
such a
are
baby.
jealous.
Yeah, she's not even into that guy. She claims she's into all the rest of the guys. Okay.
Anyway, she picked but that's
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying.
mean.
She's so
Why
much
would you do mouth
jealousy
dropping? Because if you're doing a mouth
because she's
dropped
making
open,
everyone
if
else
someone did
feel
that to
small.
me, because if someone did that to me and I got picked, I'd be like, why are you so shocked? Like, you don't think you can
But
pick
that's what I'm
me?
trying to say. She makes other people feel small.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
she's
Yeah.
trying to recognize who they are.
He basically says he picked Go-eun because he thinks she's pretty. So that's his like thing that he's going on at the moment. Sungmin basically asks. Obviously, they're both interested in Go-eun. So Sungmin turns to Hyeon-woo and says, "I hope you're not. You're not too upset, are you?" And Hyeon-woo was just like, "Oh, there's nothing I can do about it." But he is really upset that his girls got
Right.
taken. Um,
They're both basically commiserating because they're like, oh my god, there's another guy in the mix now, and now us two can be friends because we have to like we're a coalition against the other guy kind of thing. You know, that's what guys do.
yes.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather fight with you than fight with a new guy.
yeah. What is your predictions for Ha-eun? What were your
I
predictions for her? Who do you think she was going to pick?
I thought she'd pick Jae-jin, and then I didn't think she'd pick Sung-min. Yeah, so I definitely think she's going to pick Jae-jin, and I definitely thought that she was going to pick. I didn't think Sung-min because like there was like she didn't even they
Yeah, but
didn't
he randomly gets picked. Like I just
yeah he's not I don't know what they see in him and basically I thought she'd pick someone like Subin or like Seung-il.
They're safe
Seung-il,
options.
yeah, I thought that she'd pick
Oh,
them.
Sung-il, yeah, because they're
No,
like
Seung-il, yeah, Seung-il.
they're like a typical like, oh, they're good looking just in general.
Yeah, because they're
So
tall and they've got like like the kind of like features.
this is the safe option in terms of, oh, they're just good looking generally.
Yeah.
So I thought Jae-jin as well. I think that was pretty obvious, but then I thought Sung-hun.
Oh yeah, I was hoping for Sung-hoon because I felt really bad that he's never picked for anything, and it's really horrible, like that feeling that you get like if you're on a show like this and you're like
Yeah,
the only
but I actually
person.
genuinely thought he would get picked because I thought they had good conversation in the beginning.
I didn't think he'd get picked, but I was hoping for it.
I think they threw me off a lot because my pick for the guy was Mina-sue as well, because they had the first dates were like a long conversation and they only did bits for the other people. It threw me off and
Yeah.
it made me think that it would be them. But
Yeah, but they have to keep
anyway,
featuring Mina-sue because she's the main feature of this whole entire show,
yeah.
basically.
So Ha-eun is making her predictions and the girls are waiting in their bedroom and Mina-sue strikes again and she says, I'm hoping Subin's not going, and she tells everyone and then she winks
And she was
at
like,
one of the
"When's
girls,
that?"
at Joo-young, I think. And she starts and she says it out loud and obviously Hye-sun is feeling shitty. They show her feeling shitty about what Mina-sue is saying. It's also like she can say I hope Subin's not going, but it's the little things like winking to Joo-young makes you think like, are you doing it to piss me off? Like, are you doing it to get at me? Why
Yeah,
are you winking?
because she's trying to make everyone else feel very small and herself feel
Uncomfortable.
big.
Yeah, the
Puts
wink was
people
so
down.
unnecessary.
Yeah, but she's always trying to put people down in subtle, sly ways in order to
Yeah.
make herself to like put herself up on a pedestal.
Yeah. So then Mina-sue carries on stirring some shit in the room, and she goes openly. She says, "Seung-il makes a great first impression," and Min-ji is like, she acts a bit ticked off. She's like, but then she just
But
calls
she's very
back, and she's like,
composed. She's very
what?
composed. She's very
Yeah. At
composed.
first she was like, "Hey, don't go there," and then she was like, "Nah, it's okay," and acts cool. And then she says about Subin, he's not maybe the best first impression, but only as you get to know him. So she keeps going on about Subin and Hye-sun, and to irritate Hye-sun even more. And Hye-sun says, well, I liked his first impression. And
That was sweet. I like
Mina-sue was
that.
like, oh, really? Kind of thing.
Yeah, she's like putting it down and saying like, "Oh,
Yeah.
how could you like this first impression?" It was gross. Basically, I'm right and you're wrong.
Yes. So who gets picked for Ha-eun is Sungmin. I don't know how. And these guys are like, how does he do it? Like, the optician guy. She said that she felt like she had the best vibe with him and the best conversation, and they had lots in common. Apparently,
what are we going to talk about eyes?
no, but they had
no.
But he's an optician. He doesn't test people's eyes. He does glasses. Like, that's what it is like in the Far East. They don't do like health checks. It's just they make up glasses and stuff and choose glasses.
What are we going to talk about eyes and
But
glasses?
it's even more boring than we thought. That basically, it's even more boring than we thought. So she said that they had a lot in common, and they flashed back to the things they had in common with the fact that they don't like eating seafood.
Who tests your eyes in the Far East then? Where do you go to get your eyes tested?
Go to an actual eye doctor. It's like the rest of the world is like that as well. Same in the States. They have an ophthalmologist, eye doctor who went to university and medical degree, and they have people that do the glasses.
What? Okay, we're just a bit weird in the UK. Okay.
Yeah, we find the problem and then you have to refer to an ophthalmologist. So anyway, I have some very specific details. So then, she said that we have a lot in common when we were talking, that they don't like seafood and that they're both passionate about their work. So it's very bland stuff that she decided to go on. But then Jae-jin was her dark horse, because she was like, yeah, he intrigued her.
I'm curious about him.
Yeah, I'm curious. And when they're at the campfire and they both come out, I think Jae-jin comes out like, is he in pajamas or something?
Oh yeah.
In his do-rag.
I don't think it's pajamas. Yeah, I was like, why have you got a do-rag on, mate, for your date? Okay, this is cultural appropriation at the finest.
Is that what it's called? A do-rag? It's called a headscarf. It's a headscarf, but like, I guess like the American people.
Yeah, but it was giving me do-rag vibes. Okay, it really was, and I was thinking, okay.
But yeah, I was like, but he comes out again with his hands behind his back, wondering, and the music starts again, and it's all like funny. Okay, so she's even more curious now. She's like, why do you like this? is this man 23 or 24, whoever old he is? I swear, like, it's just not,
Yeah,
it's
he's
not
an old
adding
man.
up. It's not adding up.
He's an old soul.
Yeah. So then Joo-young, who's the dimple gal, who's Jae-jin's other interest, says that she doesn't really feel great about Jae-jin going. And that's in contrast to Hyun-jae in the guys' room, because he's loving it. He's like, this is my paradise. I'm feeling great because he's got Joo-young to himself. She's trapped. He's got her trapped.
I think she might want to get to know him.
Yeah, no. I think, but no, I don't think she's like.
It's flattering as well.
Yeah. I don't think he's
mind of him going there as well.
I don't think he's weird about it.
Yeah.
So the hosts are also very excited to see Hyun-jae take this as his moment to like try it with Joo-young. And they're also interested in knowing if Mina-sue is going to continue pursuing Subin, and if he will break down, and like Hee-sun's reaction and all that. So they're interested in seeing what like, just summarizing. Let's see where these things go, these dynamics.
When we watch the next episode, I just can't wait. Okay, you're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna lose your mind.
So we are in paradise now, and I-geon and Go-eun,
they're at a malt. What's it called?
Oh yes, a malt house or something.
Yeah, malt house. Yeah.
So they go on a dinner date.
Malt wine or malt, some kind of liqueur or bourbon or something.
So they're on a dinner date or drinks date or whatever, and I'll be honest, like right in the beginning, it was like a little bit awkward and weird. I wasn't feeling a vibe, but that quickly changed.
I could tell that there's so much tension there. There was like so much sexual tension and like so much like chemistry and everything.
Yeah, I mean, look, my first initial opinion quickly changed. She was giving off, because she wasn't being as giggly at first. Like, I think she was trying to read him a lot in the beginning.
Both of them were nervous because he wasn't even looking at her practically the whole time.
But that should have been the sign that and that's how I later felt like she was like that for a reason. Like, she wasn't just giggly off the bat. She was obviously more interested.
With eye contact. I think that's because she's a model. Like, she's really good with like constant eye contact, and she's really comfortable around people. I think because she's more extroverted.
But this is the thing, like, you're saying that you think she may be still interested in Sung-min, but she was so different in her previous days, and with Hyun-woo as well. She's so different to how she is with this guy right now.
Yeah.
She calls it. She says that
chemistry.
These two. He's quite blunt. He's quite blunt in the way he speaks, and she just pointed that out. Like, he's pretty blunt. And he asked, like, what do you want to know about me? And he says, well, actually, what do you know about me? Because they reference their mutual acquaintance again. And she says, well, if you're asking me how I know about you, how do you know about me? The same way, through our mutual friend. And he was like, oh, that asshole. So obviously he's got some issues. Yeah, with that. What? Yeah, the hosts were like, what? And he obviously, I do think it's a sign that he feels comfortable around her more than anything. I didn't think of it as negative.
Yeah, but normally on a first date, you're not gonna like use profanities, you know, like it's just like
yeah, but they also say like they're shocked at first, but it was vocabulary, because they think that, you know, in your first date you should probably be a bit more like put together. But then they do also go on to say like it may be a sign of just how relaxed he is, and a sign of his composure, that, you know, and they say that, you know, someone actually might find him really attractive because of those qualities in him. And you kind of like have to take me or leave me kind of attitude with these things sometimes. Like, there's no point in finding out later, I talk like this. And we might as well find out.
I don't think it affected her at all. I think she still liked him.
Yeah. But I think if you do that, you automatically, as a girl, you think, well, none of the other guys were like this. Like, this guy's actually just being himself around me. Like, this is so nice. So he is a professional actor. This is where we find out. And she says that she watched one of his shows before and she really liked it. He's 33.
And no, 34. He said he's 34.
Okay, it's the maths. It's a problem. Okay, let me tell you, it's a problem when they're constantly doing this whole, I'm born in this year, I'm born in that year. I can't.
Yeah, you're good at math, so I don't know why.
No, it's not that. We don't know what month they're born in, so we don't know how old they actually are when they turn the age. You know, it's always going to be 33 or 34, whatever it is. So she was surprised, and she thought he was younger, but there's an 8-year difference between them, and he was quite shocked about that as well.
Yeah.
But then they later on go talk about like, age is just a number, like they don't really care.
She said, "I don't care." Like he was like kind of concerned that she might care about it, like that he's an old
Yeah,
man
I
and
think he was
everything.
more concerned that she was concerned. But then
Yeah,
when she shot that
she's
down,
like,
he was
"No,
like
it doesn't mean
relaxed
anything
again.
to me."
Yeah.
Yeah,
She asked him,
he's
"Why did you
nervous the
pick
whole
me?"
time. That's what I like. I like the fact that he is nervous the whole time and she's kind of cool and collected. And
Yeah,
like, it's nice to see that the guy is not. That's how you know a
they've
relationship's
changed.
gonna work. Yeah, because if the guy's more into the girl, it's always better.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to adjust himself all the time for her, and he's like so nervous he can't even look at her and things like that. It's very
I
cute and
think
sweet.
I think you're right. The guy should be more into the girl than she is, but I think after a while that can sometimes mean the girl ends up compromising a lot just for the sake of the fact that they're into them more. Like if
No, I don't think that. Why would you compromise? I
not
just carry on with
compromise,
that
not
dynamic.
compromise, but I mean you are compromising in a certain way because you don't like him as much as he likes you. So
No, as in like you do grow to like someone as much as they like you, but I think it's because like he's so intense. Like she's trying to
yeah,
take it down a bit.
yeah. So she asked, "Why did you pick me?" And he said, "Look, I honestly just found you the most attractive, and it was just a feeling that I had." He described her then as like getting to know her more, like that she's quite calm and collected, and he's quite shocked by that because he thought that she was very pretty and attractive and bubbly and all that kind of stuff. So he's quite surprised by how calm and collected it is, and that probably adds to like the age issue that he may have had. She's obviously quite mature. He's
Yeah,
like
he
saying,
thought that she'd have an ego and that she'd be like really bitchy and stuff,
yes.
like up herself.
She said that she is quite a because he asked like, "Are you like that in like normally?" Or is just like just because we're here? And she was like, "No, I am generally quite calm and collected, but she's like, I can like turn it up and be more like energetic and sprightly."
Yeah,
Um, she said that also she's quite nervous right now, so that's why she's probably a little bit more reserved.
yeah.
Um, and I did notice at this point she was looking at him, and this is where I started noticing how she was looking at him a certain kind of way, like with like
Yeah,
heart eyes,
like
kind
yeah,
of.
eyes. And he was when he looked at her as well, and when he was looking
Yeah.
away as well, he still had eyes. But both of them, it looked like their eyes were like tearing up. Did they drink too much? I thought they were gonna burst out crying, both of them. Like
Oh, I don't
it
know.
was like they had like watery eyes, both of them.
Oh, I
And I
don't
think
know
maybe it's the
about
alcohol.
that.
They drank too much, and like, they were just
Maybe.
like kept drinking the wine and like
But the fact that she was saying that, like to him, I think that she's a little bit more reserved right now because she's nervous. I think that also made him get like happy about it because if you're
yeah,
nervous around someone, it means you like them. So it's like another
yeah,
sign to him. Um, he says her personality. This thing is so it's confusing because he obviously has told people that he likes the demure type, and he ends up getting girls that are not what he likes and stuff. But anyway, he says her in this moment. He says her personality is the type he likes. So I think he's referencing that she's like quite calm. She seems quite calm right now and like cool. Um, and then she asked, "Why did you pick Ye-jin as your second option?" And he says because she's more close to my ideal type, the demure kind of put together type. And the but so he says she's close to my type, but you're the type of person that I've been attracted to in the past. And then they catch each other's eyes and smile. So break this down for me. What does that mean?
that means that I'm into you, but I'm just like I'm just telling you I'm into you basically. But I think he's just like saying that look, this
Is
is
it the
some.
same thing where he's saying I feel like
I
my
normally
type
go
should
I
be
normally go for people like
Ye-jin.
you.
I
He's
feel like
saying
my
that
type should be like Ye-jin, but I generally get attracted to
yeah,
the type
yeah,
like you.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I always
Then
go
I
out with
started
people like
thinking
you.
like, is
You
he
should
saying like
I go out with people like you. So it's
yeah.
like I really will go out with you.
Then I started thinking, is he saying like when I'm in a relationship, I'm with this type of person, but I'm side eyeing the girls that I'm actually attracted to
No, no, no,
are
no, no.
different.
No, no,
Okay.
no. I don't think he's that stupid to say something
No,
like
he
that.
wouldn't be that stupid, but in my mind, I would now that I know what he's like and he's been on TV, if there's ever a girl in the future that he's demure or whatever, and I see that, I'd be like, shit, like he's not. He's going to be looking around because
And I'm surprised they
he's
came on
not
the
actually
show.
attracted to me. He's let everything out. The cat's out the bag,
Yeah, but I'm
Um,
surprised he's on the show because like he's much older than everyone else, and also he's an actor. So isn't this like the kiss of death going on reality TV for actors? Or maybe not in South Korea because they do a lot of variety shows and stuff, actors and singers and stuff like that. But anyway, go on,
yeah.
carry on.
So then she asks if she is similar. Like, Go-eun asks, "Am I similar to the girls that you've dated in the past?" And he says, "Yeah." And then he just basically says, you're just really hot. Like, he basically says, like, you're really hot, and he's used to
hot girls.
And he basically said that he used to chase after them. He's used to hot girls, and he would chase a lot after them in the past. So again, so that's why, again, that speaks true to the fact that I'm trying to go for the demure type, because my type is this, and it probably hasn't gone right. I really like that, but it's probably not right for me. I should go for the demure type, but I can't help it. I'm attracted to the hot girl.
Because I want to be this kind of demure. Because he said that
it matches his personality. Yeah.
Because are you going to talk about how he felt like tripped and things like that? Or have you got written notes on that? How he tripped and when?
Oh yeah.
You talk about that after? Or are you talking about that now?
It's going to come up. Okay. He says, like, your personality is really not what I expected, because you're hot but you're really modest.
Yeah.
And she was like she said to him, like, it's the first time someone's actually called me hot here. And then he says it again, you're extremely hot. You should brag about it to everyone. And she's like, well, what should people say and stuff? And so they get a bit into that. But she basically likes the fact that he's like telling her like she's hot. She's like, none of the other guys talk to me and said anything like that. He says he's really not the silly type to goof around, because he wants to come across as a cool guy. Personally, that's a turn off. If anyone ever says that, like, isn't that just like a turn off?
You're trying to be fake.
But she says, well, I guess that about you because I caught you when you were walking over to us in the group when you first entered, that you fell over, and he did the dab. Like, the hosts were like,
they showed him doing the dab. I thought that's scary, and I didn't know that the judges would clock that. I didn't know the judge. I mean, not the judges. I keep calling them the judges, the hosts would clock that. And they were like, "Oh, that's an old hip hop move." And I was like, "Wow, how did you clock that?"
That was so funny. I know.
As soon as he did that, didn't you think dab? Or did you not think that?
No, I didn't.
I thought dab straight away. I thought, oh my god, he just dabbed.
Yeah. He so she was like, look, I noticed that you do want to come across as the cool guy, because you like try to like, you know, turn that fall into like a cool move and move right on with it swiftly. And he was like getting really like cringed up. He was like, oh no, you know, it's that kind of thing.
He is freaking out because you know when you like someone a lot, he can't look at her. He's like, and he's just like word salading, like he's like verbal diarrhea and everything, and he's just like acting all goofy. He's like, he doesn't know what to say. That's why he's like, oh, you're really hot, you're hot.
But you know, like in general, when I was reading into this, I was thinking like he is obviously insecure as well. That's the reason why you're behaving like this. And I just felt like in a relationship, I feel for her that, or anyone that's with him, if you're a bubbly kind of personality, I think people like this can suck you. Like he will have to be he will have to be number one in the relationship. I think you would constantly have to like give him security.
He's the actor and everything as well, because he seems really up himself.
And you would have to put him before yourself constantly. Yeah. And I think that's the way the dynamic would always work with someone like this. Yeah. Unless he can break down and like, but he's 33 also. Like he's not likely to change so much. He's 34, sorry. He's not likely to change very much. If this is his stance, and if he's insecure at this point in time, he's likely to not change very much. Whereas she can mold a bit.
Yeah, and because he's an actor, he thinks like, and he said in the beginning, like on his confessional, he said that, oh, I never approach a girl, and girls always approach me, and this and that. Yeah,
that's another sign. Speaks to his insecurity. So
yeah, and he's like up himself as well. It shows that he's like, I'm so great. Yeah.
So she basically goes on to say that she's quite an easygoing person in a relationship when he asks, and he again is surprised because he's like, well, you're so hot, like, and.
Oh, he's saying to her, basically.
Yeah. So he was saying, you're so hot, so that's shocking to me that you're so easygoing. And then he asked, like, would you mind if someone didn't reply to you straight away, like your messages? I guess he meant messages. Like, so how would you react if someone didn't respond to you straight away? And she was like, I would try to do my best to be understanding about it.
I would be upset about it, she said.
But but she was like, I would like be a bit upset.
Yeah, that's normal. That's a normal response, isn't it?
Yeah, and he, again, finds that interesting because I think, again, in his mind, he's used to hot girls that are like, I'm number one, like, you better be chasing me, you better be, and so he's like, oh, but she's a hot girl, but she's also quite chill, so this is even more piquing his interest. Yeah. This is piquing his interest even more.
On the list.
Yeah. she again reiterates, like, you're really different from the other guys. She said a lot of the guys here in Inferno so far have been really, like, cute and boyish, very gentle.
Yeah.
And she calls him a wolf, which I guess is like a
managed,
big compliment.
Maybe
No.
I
think it was a compliment because he like packed up straight away, and she was trying to compliment him. And she said she's going to keep
animal meaning, like the animal character. Like
no, but generally, wolf is a leader of the pack. It's the alpha thing, right? It's the alpha characteristic.
He doesn't give me alpha vibes, but he doesn't.
No,
he gives me like boyish, like insecure kind of vibes.
He gives me like the boy at the bad boy at school, like in those American programs, like the mean boy, like the sidekick. No, he doesn't give me him. He gives me the sidekick. That's kind of like trying to be nice, but but it has to be cool because he's with the cool guy, the mean guy.
And also he gives me just like insecure actor, like just.
So she ends the conversation by saying, "I'm going to keep my eye on you." And which is obviously for him nice to hear and shows that she's interested. And then they basically hit it off, and there's this whole conversation about he says she says, what do you think I am? And he goes, well, maybe a fool or something. Anyway, that becomes a thing later on.
Like a fool, I think.
Fool in love, like a fool in love kind of thing.
Is that happening right now?
Or... Well, they do allude, they do talk about it.
Let's talk about after when you get to it.
Okay, so I think they hit it off, right?
That whole date.
I think it was a good date. So then they go in the car, and he's like really fidgety and like can't stop looking out the window. He wants to say something, and then he's like holding himself back. It's all very awkward.
She's so composed, and I think she's loving it as well.
She's so calm.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be? Because you've got two backups, and you've got this guy as well. So like, wouldn't you be calm? Like, I'm in a good position right now.
But also if I do really like the person. If I do really like someone, I would be still flustered,
She is a bit flustered. In her way, I think she just gets really quiet when she's flustered, I think.
So he finally plucks up the courage and he asks, what was that thing you said about your type again? Like, I can't remember. Like, I was like really in weird headspace. So when you said warm and friendly, you like someone warm and friendly, he was like, do you mean someone who kind of like helps you put your seatbelt on and things like that and like is really attentive? And she said, no, it's just, she's like, it's not about like the actions. She said, it's like, it's something to do with like your vibe. Like you're just inherently warm. Yeah. I like that kind of person. And so he's like, okay, that's getting him thinking even more. And she says, I like to pay attention to hands. Like I like manly hands as well. So she's like left-handed. She's got a hand fetish.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, I don't understand this hand situation. And now before I thought it was just left-handed, but now she's like, I need a manly hand as well. So it's like developing into something. It's just like weird. It's developing
weird. So then she says, and then he goes, yeah, well, she was like, yeah, you've got really. She's like, I just have really long hands. And he's like, yeah, you've got really long hands actually. And then
I thought he said that put their hands on each other's hand like that, like they're gonna do hand.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Okay. So then he goes, yeah, well, actually, you are long all over. You've got long arms, hands, a long neck, and long legs.
Yeah, that was all a bit weird.
I was like literally addressing her with your eyes in a cab in such confined spaces. But I mean, if you like the guy, I guess it's like, okay, it's like hot, kind of thing. If someone said that to you, it
was like kind of like weird and cringy.
Yeah. I just don't know if I don't know if that sort of thing should come out of your mouth. Like on a first date, you should keep the inner thoughts,
Yeah. No, I'm just doing this with my face. I'm not you're saying anything weird. I'm just doing this with my face.
Yeah. So then they go on to say, like, he was like, yeah, you're one of the tallest girls, and she was like, no, I'm not actually. And he goes, he said, oh yeah, well, you just come across as one of the tallest girls, probably because you've got you're well proportioned, which is meant to be a flex, I guess, like having well proportioned sizing and body. Maybe in Korea, like everything's proportionate.
No, I mean, but who doesn't want to be well proportioned? Most people want to be well proportioned. They don't want to have like a huge foot, one huge foot.
Would you ever think that?
Yeah, because like you don't want to have like one huge foot or like one what like everything has to be like
that's like a defect. I put that in the category of defect. Like well, okay, maybe like
someone who's got giant boobs and like skinny everywhere.
Head. You know, like when you're like top
Yeah,
heavy,
like a
like
giant
you always
lollipop head, a
have
lollipop
like
head,
a
or something like
caricature
that.
head or something.
Yeah, or like you don't want someone like it's weird like
But they're
when
not that
like someone
common.
with giant boobs, yeah, and the rest of their body's totally flat like a pancake. Okay,
Yeah.
it's just
Okay.
weird. Like that's not well
I get
proportioned.
it.
That's what he's trying to say.
Yes.
Next,
Um.
what happens next
So they talk more, and
in the car?
he's feeling like he's really drawn into her the more he feels it in the car. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like totally
And
smitten. You can tell he's totally smitten.
and he starts to like break down a little bit. He starts to get a bit more jokey and a bit more relaxed. Like his kind of
Yeah,
like ego starts to break down a little bit the further into
yeah.
this conversation.
And I
And
feel like
then
I don't. He doesn't want
he
to
starts
go to the
joking.
next date. He doesn't
Yeah,
want to go. He
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
wants to
Oh
stay
God,
there.
no.
Like
I
yeah,
feel everyone feels bad about that. The hosts do, and we all feel bad.
yeah, yeah,
But anyway, she said that because he starts to joke around then in the car. She says, like I like him better when he's joking and not so hard.
Hmm.
So we'll see, because if he continues to put up like the hard characteristic, that might be a turn off. And it will be
Yeah.
different when they go to Inferno, because there are other people around. And because he's insecure, he will want to come across as cool and calm around the other people as well. It's not just her. So we'll see if he starts to change his character, because that would be annoying for her. Like, but I really like the jokey side, like you're starting to let loose, but now you're like starting to get stiff again. Like, it's just, I don't like the fact that you're
Yeah.
like playing to the
But
crowd. Because he
but
might play to
he's
the
gonna.
crowd. He's an actor.
Yeah, but when he's with the other guys and everything, he's probably gonna be like really like you know has his game face on and
That's what
everything,
he's
and
saying.
like be
But
like "Doo-doo." Like
but that's
I'm
what but that's what she said. I think that might be a deterrent if he continues to be like that and be a bit
oh, did she
hard
say
to
that?
control.
Did she
No,
say that?
but she said in the end, like, I really like him more when he's joking and letting loose,
Yeah,
like,
he's
and
only
not
gonna
so
show that to
hard.
her.
And she said not so hard. So let's see if he continues to be hard when he gets to Inferno. It might be put her off.
Yeah, but he's only gonna do that in front of her and not in front of like everyone else because he's not comfortable with everyone else. Definitely, he won't
I
do
think they
that.
have like a lusty chemistry, but I
Yeah, yeah,
think she's
yeah, yeah.
probably naturally more comfortable. And sometimes, if you're more comfortable with someone, you end up going that way, because the uncomfortableness of it all is
So in
scary.
that way, yeah, but that in
Scary.
that
You,
yeah.
but like, but in the
Then
last
she'll pick
season,
Sung-min. She'll pick Sung-min then because she's the most comfortable with him.
no,
Like
I think
because
she's gonna get
he's
comfortable
a
with
boring
Hyun-woo.
optician.
I think she'll be comfortable with Hyun-woo. But
No, she had
because
like
he's
they had
warm
like
as
a lot of
well. She
tension
likes
kind of
warm.
chemistry as well.
Yeah, but he's
It's
like
more
very like
fiery
business.
than
He's very
Sung-min.
Sung-min is like very
Boring.
he's very rigid. Not, I don't know. I can't explain it. He's not warm and he's not cold, and he's just like very lukewarm
Yeah,
type of
I
person.
think if they dated in real life, like she wouldn't like it because he's like, oh yeah, I never call like my career is the most important thing, and like I just
Do you?
he's just like I'm not affectionate and stuff. Remember he was telling Minji all that
Yeah.
stuff like when they went on the date. I'm not affectionate. I don't do this. I don't do that. Like I'm just like
Do
this is
you?
what I am. Take it or leave it.
Do you know? Do you know? Yeah, exactly. He's not affectionate. He said that. So
Yeah, but
do you?
she
You know?
doesn't know it.
Do you know the season before? The girl and the guy. What was his name?
Jong's
Not Jun.
wait, had it on the tip of my tongue. Are you talking about
The
Yuk?
long haired guy. Yuk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yuk.
So
Yeah,
Yuk,
Yuk.
he was that definition of someone who is cold, but the chemistry, they had some sort of weird
Yuk
lusty,
Jun-seo,
yeah, they had lusty
Jun-seo.
chemistry, so she ended up going for that. But she was torn at some points because she couldn't break it. He was not like softening, and I
Yeah,
guess
yeah, he's
maybe that's all she
terrible.
needs.
He's
So
terrible.
we have to see where Go-eun is. Like, she might, if he stays quite hard lined when he's in the group
There
setting,
was like nothing between them
she may be
really.
cut off.
Like last
Anyway,
season,
we're
there was
not going
nothing
back.
between them. Okay, sorry.
We're not going back.
We don't have time for that. Go on.
So the hosts basically at this point say, Ye-jin might as well pack her bag and go back to Inferno, because this guy don't want to
Yeah,
be around you.
yeah.
And it's true. I think we all
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
that, but we never know. We never know. So then we go back to Inferno. Again, Joo-young and Mina-sue doing everything together. They come outside. They both come
I
outside
think
together, and
she's
yeah.
forcing Ji-yeon to do everything with her, basically.
So yeah, maybe. So then Mina-sue and Joo-young, they greet all the guys.
Yeah. Oh, this is the bit I don't like. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Yep.
she says, so it's another day she says something
Oh
like, it's
God.
another day of being, I can't remember what she
Single.
said.
Of being single.
Yeah, another day of being single and like, ugh, like annoyed. And the guys are just like, for God's
Oh
sake,
God.
like, you can just tell that they're a bit like, oh, she's such an like, she's one of
Yeah.
those, she's,
Yeah, because she couldn't hide her personality for very long. You know what I mean? Like people like that, they hide it. That's why we didn't understand what she was like in the first 2 episodes, because she was hiding it, and
yeah.
then she can't hide it for very long, so it came out.
Yeah, and so basically Seung-il picks up on this, the fact that she was like, oh, another day of being single. And
Yeah.
Seung-il says, like, were you hoping to go to paradise or something? Because that's weird as well for them, because it's like, he's the new guy and you have 4 people that you're interested in.
Interested in, yeah.
So he's like, why are you so upset then are you upset about not going? And then she just basically, she was like, no, not that. But she says, she asked what's the new girl like to the guys, because they all did their one-on-one dates. And Seung-il
Oh
says,
yeah.
like, she looks like a pop idol. And Sung-hun says, yeah, she's pretty cute. Like, she's cute. Then Hyun-woo makes the mistake of saying to Mina-sue that the new girl reminds me of you in some ways. And the face that Mina-sue makes, do you remember that? She was
Yeah.
like, how dare you compare me to someone else? Like,
Yeah.
she was not happy about this. Like, I am Mina-sue. Like, you know,
Oh,
no one's
yeah.
gonna,
Her
like, that kind of
completeness.
attitude, which comes up later again.
Yeah.
So she says they're similar in certain ways. He says like she's cheerful and happy, but slightly different to you, because I think you picked up on the sense that Mina-sue wasn't happy. So I was like, they're not completely like you. Like, you are different in some ways. She's not happy at all. She's giving him the dagger look. So then she's irritated, it seems, that the fact that the guys are suggesting that she's really bubbly, because they say she's bubbly and effervescent, the new girl.
Yeah.
And she says, I'm not cheerful all the time, guys. Like, it might just seem like that to you in a group setting, but I do have a pretty serious side to me. And then she looks to Subin and asks him,
She's so
right?
whiny and
Like,
irritating.
you know
She's
me
like
better
really
than
whiny.
like, she was like, right, Subin? I do have that serious side to me. And he
Oh
says,
yeah, that was gross.
and he cuts him up. He's like, why are you asking me?
Yes, I love that. I love you, Subin, for doing that.
Oh
You're
my God,
amazing.
love it. The hosts love this as well. They're like, yes, Subin.
Team Subin, we love him. We
Yeah.
love him. Yeah, we don't like Mina-sue.
And then she goes,
Sorry, Mina-sue.
because he says, why are you asking me? Mina-sue replies by saying, well, you're the only one who knows me well enough. Like, oh, we're so tight. Like, trying to mark a territory in front of Hye-sun, because Hye-sun's there as well.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah, and then
Hyun-woo.
the hosts are basically really shook. They're like, wow, he really has this iron wall put up, like this barrier that he's just not going to let her anyway.
I would do
He's not going to
exactly
be
what
affected.
Subin's doing. I wouldn't do it as great as Mina-sue's doing. I'd do it, like a bull in a china shop kind of situation.
And then Mina-sue looks kind of like embarrassed by that whole situation. She starts looking around.
Starting everywhere.
I'm starting to think it's not that she's embarrassed, because she doesn't read things very well. I think she's like processing, and then she's going to come out with, "Oh my God, he's really upset because he likes me, and he's just being really tough on me because he really likes me." I don't know.
Okay, and then Hyun-woo.
So then Hyun-jae says, Hyun-jae is the guy that's interested in the dimple girl. You know, he's trying.
No, but you missed what Hyun-woo said. He's like, "Mum."
Yeah, I don't know what that meant.
No, he was like, because she was
Mom
whining
didn't like
about
that.
Yeah, Mum didn't like that, and then I think that was what really pissed her off about, or got her like, I need he's calling me a mother, he needs to find me attractive, not like a mother.
Maybe.
Like,
yeah.
I think that's what it was.
So Hyun-jae then says, "Oh, I wish the couples don't come back from paradise, like secretly, because he's got with Joo-young, so he's really happy. So he says he's really happy and he's really smiley. And then Mina-sue is like, cute. Mina-sue asks, "Why are you so happy?" She knows, with her like innocent face where she's trying to pretend to be innocent.
Face. She did like a pissed off face and like, "Why are you so happy?"
She's like, "Oh, but why? Why are you so happy to be here? And you don't want the couples to come back from paradise?" We all know the answer. So let's not do that.
She's just so evil.
And he goes, "Yeah, because Joo-young is here." And he starts smiling. And Mina-sue's, "Oh, what's wrong?" Mina-sue says, "What's wrong with you?" Like, grossed out by him.
She's so gross.
So mean. And Hyun-jae didn't know how to react. He was like, smiling. He was like, "Oh, that's uncalled for, really, I think." But kind of laughing. And all the guys are really bothered.
The guys stood up for him.
They're all like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, but when they didn't... I swear someone stood up for him. One of the other guys stood up for him.
No, he will. They were, yeah. So, and all the other guys really seem bothered. You can see their faces that she cut him down like that. Like, that's so mean for no reason. Like, poor guy. He likes this girl, and it's his moment. It's not like he's being sleazy and weird.
Yeah.
So
He's just trying
then
to be
she says,
cute.
yeah, and then she doubles down and goes, it's just that, like, it was really uncomfortable to watch you flirting with her, like, with Joo-young this whole time. Like, I felt really uncomfortable as a third party person.
Because you're laying it on so thick, basically.
So mean. But he's not, he's doing what everyone does.
Yeah, it's not fair that she does that. It's because she's unhappy. She wants to make everyone else feel small.
So then Subin basically saves things by saying, well, Joo-young, how do you feel about it? Like, it's not about you, Mina-sue. Let's ask Joo-young how she feels.
Oh, he's the king. He's the king.
He's so good.
King. Yeah,
and
he's amazing.
Basically he's saying, like, forget you, Mina-sue, and your opinions. Let's hear from Joo-young. If she doesn't like it, fair enough. So if she's saying that to you and you're saying her opinions and you're sticking up for your friend, that's one thing. But if you're just speaking for her, that's bullshit. So
I just want to say I'm always right. I knew that I liked Subin from the start. I knew there was something about him that I really loved his character from the start, and I would definitely go for someone like Subin. And there's something that drew me to him, and it's like I knew he had a good character, like he was a good person, kind of thing. Yeah, I was right.
So
ting 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 ting, I'm ringing the bell for myself.
So Subin asks, how do you feel about it, Ji-yeon? Because you're the person, right, that Hyun-jae wants to get to know. And she says, well, I quite like the flirting, and I'm happy we'll get a chance to talk. So
that also pissed off Mina-sue.
I'm really glad Ji-yeon hasn't been sucked into Mina-sue's negativity spiral.
Because I don't think she likes Mina-sue. I think she's just forced to tag along.
Behavior. Yeah. I think she's aware. Like, she's aware of what Mina-sue's like. So then, anyway, the girls get into bed, and
is that what happens?
Then Mina-sue, so the girls get into their bedroom, and they're all talking. And then Mina-sue announces that there's a new person that she's curious about.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Mina-sue.
Right, and then
Minji's packed up.
She's like shocked, and she's like, "How are you so like fickle?" But basically, she's saying, "How are you like so like swaying?"
Yeah, she said it nicely. Yeah, she said it very nicely.
I don't know how you said, like, girl, like you are like swaying from side, like you pick different people all the time. Like, how are you doing this?
Minji's very weary of her. Like, Minji's very weary of her, and she knows that there's something really wrong with this person. Like, you can tell, like, she's very on guard. She's very, like, not on guard, like, I'm protecting my man, but she just thinks that this person will do, I think she can tell this person will do anything to anyone to get what they want.
So then Mina-sue says, well, what do you want me to do? Like, Heston's permanently walking around in Subin's hoodie. I'm not going to beg. That's bullshit, she says. And she says bullshit so many times. Like, that is absolute bullshit. I'm not going to just, like, wait around. And she's like, I'm just going to move down on the line and pick someone new. Because don't you know who I am? I'm Mina-sue. And this speaks to her ego, because that's how she felt when Hyun-woo was saying, I get a similar vibe with the new girl to you. She was like, do you know? She's thinking, I'm Mina-sue. No one's like me. And she says this in this moment. I'm going to move down the line.
But even if you think something like that, you'd keep it to yourself. You're not gonna be like, oh, I'm like to the whole world. Even if you think like a lot of yourself and you have high self-esteem or whatever. I don't think this was a high self-esteem. This is her like pissing on everyone, saying that like like marking a territory. I'm so great, and you all better know how much high self-esteem I have.
Yeah, and then the fact that she's like, I'm going to move down the line to the next guy. No one wants to hear that.
And that just makes you sound so pathetic. Like, you're just like whoring yourself, not whoring yourself, but you're just like you don't care. Like, I mean, as in, you've got no care for these guys, and you're just doing it for the fact of doing it. Like,
if I had a great relationship with these guys by now, I would have gone then to them straight away and been like, by the way, she just said she's going to move down the line. Like, you guys
me too.
on the assembly line, just beware. I'd be like, just beware.
I definitely do that as well, because it's gross.
So then the last scene is who her new person is that she's interested in, and it's Hyun-woo. Trust me, he ain't looking out for you. He's not looking out for you. He doesn't want you.
Everyone's by you.
So you can try what you want, as you please. But like you said, episode 6 is juicy. I've got to see it. I'm excited. The scene has been set. I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. You don't even know what you're getting yourself in for. Episode 6. It is wild.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So give us 5 stars, guys. We need those 5 stars so we know that you're listening. comment, 5 stars. We're on all socials. Follow us on that, and 5 stars. And subscribe. We're on YouTube as well. Catch us there. Bye.
Bye.